Warning: there are everyday habits silently stealing your freedom and health after age 60. Habits you might not even realize you have. Are you unknowingly giving up your independence day by day? It starts small. Maybe you've noticed that your energy doesn't last as long as it used to. You wake up, have breakfast, and by early afternoon, you're already feeling a little drained. You chalk it up to age. But here's the thing: aging doesn't have to feel like this. Feeling tired all the time, getting weaker, or having less stamina isn't just how it is. In fact, some of these changes may come from daily routines that quietly wear down your body and mind. And the worst part? You might be doing them without even realizing the damage they cause. So today, let's shine a light on these hidden habits, 6 simple things that may be leaving you more exhausted and fragile than you need to be. Because once you understand them, you can start changing them and feel stronger, more alert, and more in control again. Let's begin with one that surprises almost everyone. Have you ever noticed how much time you spend sitting? Maybe in front of the TV, reading, scrolling on your phone, or just resting? Sitting, of course, is normal. But here's the catch: too much of it, especially when it's broken up with very little movement, slowly chips away at your muscle strength, your circulation, STQ, and even your mental clarity. This habit is called prolonged sedentary behavior, and it's one of the biggest yet most overlooked causes of weakness and fatigue after 65. Think about this. Your muscles are like batteries. They need regular use to stay charged. When you sit for long stretches, let's say watching 2 or 3 shows in a row, your muscles are on standby. Over time, they start losing mass, even if you're eating well. And here's the kicker: you might not even notice it happening until one day, standing up from a chair feels harder, walking to the mailbox leaves you winded, or climbing stairs takes twice the effort it used to. But don't worry, the solution doesn't mean running marathons or joining a gym. It starts with one simple habit: breaking up your sitting time. Every 30 to 45 minutes, stand up. Walk to the kitchen, stretch your arms, do a gentle lap around the living room. Just 5 minutes of movement can wake up your muscles, boost your blood flow, and reset your energy. Little motions, done often, can protect your strength far more than one big workout once a week. And while we're on the topic of subtle habits that drain us, here's another one that hides in plain sight: not drinking enough water. You might be thinking, I'm not even thirsty most of the time, and that's exactly the issue. As we age, the body's thirst signal weakens. You may feel fine, but still be mildly dehydrated. And mild dehydration can sap your energy, make you feel sluggish, confuse your thinking, and even cause muscle cramps, all without you realizing it's happening. Water is the fuel that keeps every part of your body running smoothly: your brain, your heart, your muscles, your joints. Without enough of it, even simple tasks can feel heavier. The tricky part is that coffee or tea doesn't fully count, and many older adults unintentionally skip drinking water because it means more trips to the bathroom, which can feel inconvenient or even risky. But here's the thing: sipping water slowly throughout the day is much better than trying to chug it all at once. A small glass in the morning, another mid-morning, one with lunch, a bit more in the afternoon, it adds up. You can also get hydration from foods like cucumbers, melons, or soups. The goal isn't to drown yourself in fluids, it's to gently remind your body that you care for it by keeping it nourished. And here's a third habit, one that feels cozy, but can be quietly weakening your energy levels more than you think. It's skipping breakfast, or eating a carb-heavy breakfast without enough protein. It's easy to reach for a slice of toast, a muffin, or even just a cup of coffee in the morning, especially if you don't feel hungry right away. But here's the thing: after 60, your body becomes more sensitive to the types of fuel you give it, especially early in the day. Carbohydrates like bread or cereal give you a quick burst of energy, but they burn out fast. And then what happens? Mid-morning crashes, fatigue, brain fog, a sudden craving for sweets or snacks. Sound familiar? What your body really craves in the morning, but won't always ask for, is protein. Eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, nut butter, or even a simple protein shake. Protein helps wake up your muscles, balance your blood sugar, and gives you longer-lasting energy to carry you through the morning and beyond. It's especially important because after 60, our muscles need more protein to stay strong than they did when we were younger, even if we're not doing heavy workouts. If breakfast has felt like an afterthought, try rethinking it as a mini investment in your strength. Even a small change, like adding an egg to your toast or spooning some peanut butter onto a banana, can give you a steadier boost that lasts through the day. These habits may seem minor, but they build up. Sitting too long, skimping on water, starting the day with sugar instead of strength, each one quietly nudges your energy lower. But the good news is, every single one of these can be reversed. Slowly, gently, and in a way that suits your life. Now that we've uncovered a few of the hidden habits that might be draining you more than you realize, let's keep going. Because there are still more quiet culprits to uncover, and a few simple shifts that can bring your energy and strength roaring back. And that brings us to another habit that may be wearing you down: one that often hides behind the desire for comfort and routine. It's the habit of doing the same thing every day in the same way without challenging your mind or body. Now, routine can be comforting. It gives structure to your day. But too much sameness, especially after 65, can actually lead to something called functional decline. That's a fancy way of saying your brain and body start to shut down areas they no longer use. If you don't stretch your brain, your thinking may slow. If you don't move in new ways, your balance and coordination can fade. Little by little, things you once did easily, tying shoes, turning around while walking, remembering where you put your keys, start to feel harder. But here's the good news. Your brain and body love a challenge, even a small one. You don't need puzzles or math problems if that's not your thing. It could be as simple as brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand, taking a different route on your walk, trying a new recipe, calling someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Even standing on one leg for a few seconds while you brush your teeth helps your balance and trains your brain in ways you don't expect. It's not about being perfect, it's about staying curious. When you stretch just a little outside your usual routine, you send your brain and muscles a powerful message. Hey, we're still in this together. Let's keep going. Now let's talk about something that sneaks into almost every household, especially when we live alone or no longer work. And that's too much screen time, especially in the evening. Whether it's watching television for hours, scrolling on your phone, or getting lost in YouTube videos, yes, even helpful ones like this, too much screen exposure late in the day can interfere with your natural sleep rhythms, leaving you groggier and weaker the next morning. Why? Because screens, especially bright ones, trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Your body delays producing melatonin, the sleep hormone. As a result, you don't sleep as deeply or as restoratively. And when you don't sleep well, everything else starts to unravel. Your energy dips, your mood can shift, and even your memory takes a hit. You don't have to give up screens. They're a wonderful part of modern life. But try setting a gentle cutoff. Maybe an hour before bed, turn off the TV or put the phone away. Choose softer activities like listening to music, reading a calming book, or doing light stretching. If you need background noise, try a sleep podcast or soft instrumental music. These small habits help your body wind down and recharge better overnight. And while we're talking about sleep, there's something else that often goes overlooked, something that quietly steals your strength: inconsistent sleep patterns. Going to bed and waking up at different times each day can confuse your body's internal clock. And when your clock is confused, your energy becomes scattered. One day you're wide awake at 6 a.m., the next you're dragging yourself out of bed at 9. Over time, this throws off your metabolism, your digestion, and your overall sense of well-being. The body thrives on rhythm. Just like plants respond to sunlight, your cells respond to regularity. So even if you don't have anywhere to be, try waking up and going to bed at roughly the same time each day, even on weekends. Give your body the gift of predictability. You might be surprised how much clearer and more energized you feel in just a few days. All of these little habits, your routines, your screen time, your sleep, may seem harmless at first, but when they stack up, they can leave you feeling drained, weaker, and more vulnerable to the everyday challenges of life after 60. The beauty is that none of them require dramatic change, just small, steady shifts, the kind that feel doable and kind to your body. And as we continue this journey together, let's explore even more of these hidden habits, the ones that sneak into our day and quietly hold us back, and the gentle steps we can take to feel better, move stronger, and live brighter every day. And while we're on the subject of what holds us back, there's one more habit that many people over 60 carry without even realizing how much it weighs them down. It's saying yes to everything and everyone except yourself. You've spent a lifetime showing up for others, your children, your job, your spouse, your friends, your community. But somewhere along the way, it might have become second nature to put yourself last. Maybe it's small things, pushing through tiredness to help someone else, skipping your walk because a neighbor needs something, or saying yes to a favor even when your body is clearly saying no. This habit doesn't show up all at once. It hides in good intentions, in kindness, in love. But when you give so much without giving back to yourself, without time to rest, to breathe, to enjoy what you love, your energy slowly drains away. Your spirit gets quieter. You start to feel more like you're just getting through the day, rather than truly living it. This doesn't mean becoming selfish or shutting people out. Not at all. It means recognizing that your well-being matters just as much as anyone else's. Saying no when you need to, saying yes to a quiet morning, to a walk in nature, to that book you've been meaning to read, to a nap, a stretch, a laugh, or even a moment of stillness. Your energy isn't just physical, it's emotional too. And when you begin honoring your own needs, even in small ways, you'll notice something magical. Your body responds. Your mood lifts, your aches soften, your strength, physical and emotional, starts to return. You see, these everyday habits we've talked about, they're not just about what drains you, they're also the key to what can revive you. Getting up and moving gently every hour, drinking a little more water, even if you're not thirsty, adding a bit of protein to your morning, keeping your brain curious with new things, reducing screen time at night and going to bed around the same time, and remembering that you matter, that your time, your energy, your peace is worth protecting. These aren't huge changes, but when you practice them consistently, they build a foundation that's stronger than you think, one that supports you in doing the things you love, not just today, but for years to come. So if you've been feeling more tired than usual, if your strength has felt a little out of reach, or if you've simply been wondering, is this just part of getting older? I want to tell you this. No, it doesn't have to be that way. You have more power than you realize, more control than you think, and it's never, ever too late to feel better. The smallest step, the tiniest shift in habit, can start a ripple effect that changes everything, and you don't have to do it alone. We're here with you, every step of the way. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Which of these habits surprised you the most? Have you already started making any of these changes in your life? If you found this helpful, give the video a like. It helps more people like you discover this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more gentle, practical tips to help you stay strong, independent, and joyful at every stage of life. Here's to living your best life. Not despite your age, but because of it. You've earned this chapter. Let's make it the brightest one yet.